guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with some more of those hearts that we did for the hanging heart charms, for the, you know, the heart dangles that we did in the previous episode. Oh, or not episode, but, you know, previous video. I lost my train of thought there, sorry about that. So I have cut out a whole bunch of hearts. So for anybody who did not see the original video, these are basically single side laminated pieces. So single side laminated, I've got a mix of some sheet music on like this one, and then I've got some patterned papers on some other ones. And all I've done is covered some of the single side laminated on the paper side rather than the laminated side. I have covered with fabric, and then I've cut out a bunch of hearts, and I thought let's just come back and have a bit more of a play, because last time we kind of didn't really kind of experiment that much with all the different kind of looks and things. You know, we kind of, yeah, we just made one, partially because I kind of got waylaid with the eyelets. So this time I'm not going to bother with eyelets. I think I'm just going to punch the holes. Now some places I've just got fabric coming away slightly. I'm just being really lazy going in with my hot glue, because I can kind of get that in nice and easily to, you know, glue this down. Obviously hot glue is not required for this. Any glue would do. I'm just, you know, just doing whatever's fastest for the video basically. So yeah, just inking up this one. We'll do a blue one to start with, just because the last one that we did was quite pink in shades, so I'm thinking, you know, let's mix it up and get some different kind of colours going on. So shall we put it with this, or shall we put it with brown? Now this is some of that brown Hessian. You don't really see this very much. I don't know whether I've ever seen this actually in the shop. I think I was lucky enough to receive this in a Happy Mail, if I recall. And yeah, I don't feel that I've ever actually seen it in the shops over here. So yeah, I've been hoarding it, and yeah, I thought it was time to come along and use some. Now I did kind of ink up the laminated side in the last video, but I couldn't really be sure whether it even kind of adheres to the laminate, because obviously it is shiny. But yeah, we'll just kind of do that. Now what I thought we could do is we could make some you know, hanging hearts like we did with the previous one. But the previous one, what we did, we used our crocodile and we punched holes in, and then, you know, like I said, we actually used the eyelets to set. Now this one, I'm thinking we could probably just actually get away with stapling these on. Now again, just like in the last video, I have not tried this, so, you know, it's all kind of wing and a prayer type stuff here, just hoping for the best. Let me get my stapler, which is in my little bag here. Okie dokie. Right, so yeah, I'm thinking staple this onto here. So this is just some thin lace, which really pretty, the thin lace. So just stapled that with my Tim Holtz tiny attacher. And then I'm thinking, to be honest, what we could do is literally just kind of have the other piece, or, you know, one of the other hearts just hanging from the same piece of lace. So I've not even cut it down. I've just literally, you know, folded it over. Again, just stapling that like that. So that's our kind of two hearts there. And then for our third one, oh, I'm out of lace now, so, oh no, I'm not. There we go. For a minute I thought, oh no, I've got none of that left. I have got some downstairs, but yeah, I thought, oh, I've got none left here. So then again, staple this together like that. Now how to adhere these. So we could tie a knot in here, or what I'm thinking is, if I can do this, and I'm not great with things like this, you know, when it's a bit precision led, but I'm thinking maybe just tie around that with a, or with a what? A baker's twine maybe? Or I don't think I've got any that's quite the right colour. I've got grey here. I'm out of blue baker's twine now. No, yeah, I am. So I've got some grey. I mean, the grey's not too bad, to be honest. So yeah, I'm wondering if I can just then tie this around here. Oh my goodness, not great when it comes to things like this. Now I'm not going to bother trying to tie a bow because I think I will not make a great job of that. I'm just going to double knot it. So, oops, like that, okay. Right, now I'm going to snip this down. So I'm going to leave my twine hanging down because that's like a little bit of a decorative piece. Oh, what's happened to that last piece of lace? Oh, there it is. So as it happens, that last piece of lace has come down like a little dangle, which is quite nice. I was going to cut it off, but actually I don't think it needs cutting off. It looks kind of quite pretty, and it's just added to, you know, to the pieces that are hanging down, which is, you know, really pretty actually, isn't it? So yeah, I don't think I even need to kind of trim that down. Now, oops, got a bit of a problem here with my hearts hanging, or, you know, laying flat. So I'm just going to put them like that, and then I'm going to just bring in, I've got some greyish flowers here, which I'm thinking would look rather pretty. So yeah, let's just take one of these and just ink it up so it's a bit more grungy looking. So where should we have this one? I mean, we could even have it over the top of the, you know, where the staple is. I mean, to be honest, I'm loving how that staple looks. It looks really pretty, doesn't it? So, yeah, I don't know whether I want to actually cover it up, to be honest. It really looks good, you know, on there like that. So, yeah, I might not want to cover it. Oh, gosh, hold on. Hold on. Got a bit of a nightmare with my hessian going on here. Because the hessian, obviously, it's like single strands, isn't it? So yeah, I've just got a situation with it wanting to come apart there. Right, just wondering, do I have any more of that little skinny lace? Because that was perfect for edging around, well, edging around the edge, obviously. So don't have some the same, but I've got this which is similar. So I'm thinking, could we kind of edge a little bit here or something? That's quite pretty. Like that, and then let me just see if we would want another flower. Okay. So if we would have that, we'd then, oh, that flower's quite ginormous on there, isn't it? Yeah, maybe we don't. I mean, to be honest, I quite like it just even, you know, pretty minimalist like this. So I think I want to trim down that baker's twine because that's like looking really long on there, which, yeah, maybe a little bit too long. You know, it's kind of like almost in the way a bit. So like that, like that. And I will put, I think, a pearl on that flower centre. Loving putting the pearls on at the moment for some reason. They just look really pretty. So yeah, we'll just put a pearl on there. Oops. Like that. Okay, and then I've just got some bows, so I'm just going to get a little bow. Oh, which actually now looks like a giant bow. Oh, that looks okay actually. So yeah, let's just put this down onto that, the big heart. So we've got those two kind of decorative bits on there. There we go. So that's our hangy hearts there. I haven't done anything to this tiny one. I've kind of left it just, you know, exactly as it is. I mean, what we could do is, I suppose, finish it off maybe with just a flat back pearl. Just, yeah, just there in the middle here. That looks quite pretty, doesn't it? Just finishes it off. I mean, I'm not saying it even needs anything, but let's just put that down. Okay, like that. Oh, cute. That's so cute, isn't it? My little kind of heart dangles there. So, yeah, that's those. Right, let's put that to one side and do like another one. So, I mean, again, this is such a time saver, you know, once you've cut your hearts out. I mean, the longest part of the process is obviously sticking your fabric down and then cutting your hearts out. But once they're cut, you know, this is actually then pretty quick and, you know, quite time, well, not time efficient necessarily, but, you know, it's yeah, not time consuming at all. It's all fine. Should we mix this one up and have kind of 3 different colours on there? Because that's quite cute, isn't it? So let's ink these. Oops. Like that. Okie dokie. It's cute. I feel like, yeah, my fabric's just lifting up at the side slightly. Now, this is probably just because I was rushing these, you know, so I perhaps didn't put quite enough glue down on my page. But, you know, I still think it's probably quicker to go round and touch up any edges that might be lifting than have to cut the hearts out twice. So, yeah, for me, I think this is still a time-saving way to do it. Obviously, you know, do what suits you best. If you think it's quicker to cut your heart out and then stick the heart on and then recut it out once it's stuck on, you know, in a heart shape, then, you know, that's fine. You know, that's another way to do it. For me, I think, yeah, this is probably still quicker. So I'll just go around and check. Just checking my edges. Here we go. There we go, and just check along here. Oh, I've just got a bit of liftage here. And to be honest, I'm probably being like over the top anyway. I mean, you know, really, does this really matter if the edges are coming up like very, very, very slightly? It probably doesn't really. You know, but yeah. Once you've noticed it, and I did actually kind of peel that up because it was up on the corner slightly, so I then actually deliberately peeled it up. Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. So yeah, that's kind of another thing to be aware of is, you know, like here, I'm now actually peeling this up to be able to get my glue in. So, but actually the bit that was lifting was minuscule. You know, people really probably wouldn't even notice. Right, okay, so that's that all done. Oops. So this one, what I think we'll do is we'll go back to punching the hole, but this time what I'll do is not put an eyelet in. So we'll punch the hole and then we'll just go through with just the baker's twine like we did on the first one, but, you know, without an eyelet. So I will probably use like the smaller of the hole. So I'm just using my crocodile and you've got the 2 holes. In the last one I used the big one. This time I'm just going to use that smaller hole. Right, so I'm going to push this right the way back, so hopefully I can get in, because last time I was a little bit close to the edge of my heart, which, you know, again, probably doesn't really matter too much, but just to be on the safe side, kind of like go right in, you know, so you're not, oh gosh, look, so you're not too close. I mean, how much closer could I possibly be? Like really close to that one. So yeah, go right in on this one, hopefully. Yeah, okay, right. So take my twine. Now, again, just want to cut probably like 3 strands here. So using this pretty pink. So we've got 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so just doubling them over. And then just looping them through, you know, like you would on a tag. So through the loop or through the hole like that. And then just, you know, feed the legs through like that. Okay, 1. And then next one like this. Okie dokie. Ah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness me. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is so fiddly. Ah, come on. Like that. And then the last one. This one. Okay. Like that. Now I have to be careful with this one because this is that one that I went horribly close to the top of that heart. So I'm going to just, yeah, have to be a little bit careful when I pull this. Otherwise it could go right the way through. Now, if that happens, you know, and you're kind of in danger, what you could do is now, oh gosh, look, and I have now pulled that through. Oh, so much for what I was saying. Yes, well, if I hadn't have done that, that wouldn't have been such a problem. Now I have done that, obviously it is more of a problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to poke that through, you know, through that hole like that. And then I'm going to try and loop this on still. Oh my goodness, this is like awful. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put my hot glue here. Okay, and then just, yeah, take this up. So, you know, obviously I have kind of mucked that up, but hopefully it's, you know, it's still workable. It's still usable. So I've got a bit of a situation going on there, but, you know, hopefully it's still going to work. So, right, put my hearts together. So 1, 2, and then the third one here at the front. And then I'm just going to knot these through like we did on the original video. So pull your loops through here like that. Okay, make your knot nice and sort of, you know, as small as you can. I mean, obviously it's going to be quite bulky because you've got 3 strands of you know, 3 strands of baker's twine, but you know, you can pull them through kind of a little bit. Okay, so now I've got my hearts, so we can now just kind of decorate some up. Hopefully make them look super, super pretty. Now, that's obviously lilac, which not necessarily saying lilac is the best colour here. So I've got some bright pink. I mean, I've also got some of this in red, and now I can't see it anywhere. Because actually the red probably would have been better for this, because obviously the flowers on, oh, here we go. Here we go. I knew I had some red somewhere. It's just a case of locating it. So yeah, I think the red looks better, doesn't it? So just take some of this. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness, how pretty is this? So actually I could probably put that over where I had that mishap with the you know, when I pulled it through. Oh no, I can't see which is the right way and the wrong way of this. I think, oh my goodness, let me put my glasses on. Oh, probably won't make a lot of difference, but well, it's kind of impossible to see. I think this is the wrong way. So okay, so pop that on, and that's kind of reinforcing, you know, where I had to do that repair job. So it's just reinforced it slightly there. So, you know, it's all kind of a good way to reinforce. Then, yeah, let's take the blue one. I've got some of this pretty lace edge trimming. So we could put some of this maybe down the edge. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? Loving how that looks. So, yeah, let's just pop that down on the edge here. So these little sort of skinny. I thought I'd combine thin and skinny. These little thin pieces of lace, they're really great for things like this. You know, they just fill in those spaces perfectly. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, it's my little doggy. She has been downstairs. She just popped up to say hello. Right. Yeah, so I'm thinking kind of, where do we want this? Oh, I don't know. Maybe up there, or oh, I don't know. Where do we like it best? Maybe over here, to be honest. I mean, I didn't really want to have it looking too symmetrical, like we've got things on every side, but if we have it overhanging, it's not so bad actually. So yeah, like that. And then we've just got the third heart, which is that tiny one. So let's just see what we can put on the tiny one. Okay. Oh, sorry, I've got like threads galore here, everywhere hanging off of me. Right, let's take this one. Okay, right. Oh, how pretty is this? So yeah, perhaps down there on this one. So like that. Oops. Like that. And then we might be able to put something, oops, something at the top. Sorry, just trying to get my hearts all kind of like hanging the right way, you know. Not that it really matters, to be honest, but yeah, just if there's a right way and a wrong way. So like that. I have got these little red bows, so I'm just going to see if we could have one of those anywhere. I mean, if we could attach it there, that would be gorgeous. I mean, we could have it there, although we're getting a lot of stuff on that heart now, which is probably a little bit on the weird side, but yeah, probably a bit weird. So what we could do is probably, you know, attach this even with a bulb pin. So when we kind of attach this to a journal, you could kind of have then just, you know, a little bow hanging from a bulb pin with it. That would look kind of quite cute, wouldn't it? You know, oops. So I'm so sorry about this. It's really hard to hold. And every time that I hold it, it's now kind of got glue threads hanging from it, so it's moving it around. But yeah, I mean, super, super pretty, isn't it? So I just absolutely love how they look. And like we said in the last one, I mean, these are so cute, and you could just literally have these hung from like a page, from, you know, from a cover, on a topper, you know, however kind of, you know, you liked. You could have them hung off of a snippet roll. I mean, they're just so cute. Absolutely so cute. And the other thing that I hadn't really thought until now, but to be honest, you could even journal on the back of these, because these are laminated. So you could journal with a Sharpie just on the back. So there'd be like a little secret journaling spot, wouldn't they? So let's put that one to one side. Right, let's do one last one. I'm thinking let's do one with this gorgeous, you know, black and red, because I love using kind of blacks and things. So I don't know what colour we're going to mix this up with, because, yeah, I'm out of, I've only got these two in that size. Is that weird to have it with that? Well, unless I just have two. I know that's not quite, you know, not quite the same, or not quite as good, but yeah, we could just have just the two. Well, I mean, the two would be okay, wouldn't it? So I'm thinking, actually, I don't know whether this would work, but I'm thinking we could maybe even just use the lace again, kind of like that, have them hung like that. To be honest, that might be quite pretty. So again, I'm just going to think these up. Obviously these are black. I don't know how much difference this is even going to make to this ink in this. It's probably completely pointless, but let's give it a try. So just ink that up, and then yeah, should we staple this on? So we'll just staple this like we did with that other lace. Isn't that lace trim just so cute on these? I really do love it. So we'll staple that, and then if this was kind of like folded, I'm thinking, you know, we don't want them the same length. We want to have it, you know, shorter, don't we? So, I mean, not that it matters actually, because to be honest, it's all irrelevant until you come to actually, you know, fold the top over, if you see what I mean. So I've just got a bit of fabric here coming up on the side. So again, just run some glue, run some glue straight along that side. Oh, you could even edge these with like gold paint, you know, or something like that around the edge. And that would kind of probably seal the edges of these. So that would be another nice thing to do. I mean, I think there's a lot of different things that you could do with these. They're, you know, one of those things that you could probably go on and on doing all sorts of different stuff, you know. and then they're going to look really quite different on each project. Right, so I'm thinking like this, and then this would be, you know, folded over here at the top like that. Okay, so yeah, perhaps what I'll do is actually glue it like in a loop. Oh, you know what we could do? Oh, all these thoughts that are just like whizzing through my mind, is we could kind of glue it there, make a loop, and then have a little bow, or a wax seal. Not that I think I've got a suitable coloured wax seal, but if you did, then you could have something like that. I mean, it's so weird, isn't it? Because red is kind of the traditional colour for the wax seals, and for some reason I have no red wax seals, which, weird. Why would that be the case? That's just very strange. What about that colour? I mean, that's quite nice, isn't it? And then I'm thinking maybe the red bow on the thingamy-bob, on the heart itself, maybe a little red rose here from this rosy trim. Okay. Oh, I mean, that's rather cute, isn't it? Oh, I haven't got any more of this. Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. I thought, oh, I haven't got any more of this lace trim, but I have, look. So what we could do is just finish this off. Let me just grab another little bit of, not a little bit, sorry, I'm rambling on. It's because thoughts are going through my head like, you know, 50 billion miles an hour of, you know, what we could pull in, what we could try. So let's take a little bit of lace trim here on this edge and then pop that down like that. Okay, right. So then we're going to loop this over, you know, like we do when we make the ribbon thingamybobs, you know, that go with the wax seals. So I'm just going to glue this together like that. Okay. So this is a whole different look for a heart dangle now. Obviously, this is not really kind of now to hang, you know, on the corner of a journal. I mean, you could, but not with a bulb pin, personally. I would now glue this on. So it's just, you know, just a different take in how you would use it. So here, do we want to have the little satin bow? Oh, that's cute. That is very cute. So yeah, let's pop that on there. And then, oh, let's take one more. Oh. Sorry, it's every time that I move, it's just glued on, not glued, you know, stuck with glue threads. So yeah. So we could have it like that. We could have a little bow on the tiny one. I mean, that's quite cute, isn't it? Even though it's quite small, which you would think would then look, you know, swamped by that bow. I mean, actually, that bow doesn't look too bad. I'm just having a look to see if there's anything else to the side of me that might look good as an alternative with this. So bear with me for 2 minutes. Oh, I've got one of these little dangles. Oh, I mean, we could have something like that on there. We could have that there. Oh my goodness, how pretty does that look? Oh, or we could have one of these little roses on this middle bit. Let's try that. So many different options. Oh, that's quite cute, isn't it? Yeah, that's very, very pretty. I quite like how that looks. So to then attach this, well, you could either stitch this on. This is just like a little gem. You could either stitch that on, or you could, you know, bulb pin it, or, you know, you could use, I don't know, some jewellery making findings or something. Personally, I'm not great with things like that, so I definitely would shy away from that particular method of attaching it. But yeah, I quite like that. So let's just pop this down like that. So these look very pretty, don't they, these two? Yeah, really like these. So, you know, we've not even got the 3 on this. We've just got 2, but they still look good, don't they? And I'm just having a look to see anything else that I might have, you know, to attach that. So, well, I'm thinking, I mean, I wonder if we could even attach it with a brad. Probably not, if I'm truthful, but, oh gosh, that brad's now too big to even go through the loop. So yeah, definitely not that. Definitely not that method. Okay. Put that away. Sorry, I'm just having a very quick rummage through my drawer to see if I've got anything else that's kind of like calling, you know, to suggest to be used. Well, perhaps we'll just use the bulb pin here just for the moment. Oh, actually, I've got some thread here. I didn't think that I had any thread, you know, laying around, but actually I've got this. So let's just take this thread. Okay. So this is going to be quite a good, you know, safety measure anyway, because this is going to now, you know, reinforce these to stay together. So, oh my goodness, what is going on with my eyesight? I can't see a thing. It's because, you know, like, I saw Tanya over at Tattered Treasure say this the other day, but, you know, when you're crafting, I mean, you tend to craft like pretty close to you, don't you? You know, so as you can see what you're doing, obviously. But when you're doing a video, you're kind of having to craft away from yourself so as you can obviously, you know, film, you know, so as it's visible in the camera. So, I mean, that's fine for the majority of projects, you know, that's still, oh gosh, still fine. But as you can see with like this, not fine at all, because I now just can't see what I'm doing. You need to be close, don't you? And yeah, it just makes it really, really, really tricky to see sometimes. So I think that is part of the problem is, you know, generally if I were doing something like this, you know, in slow time, not filming, I would of course have this pretty close to my face now so that I could see what I was doing. But because I'm trying to keep it, you know, vaguely in view, it's just proving very difficult to actually then keep it in view and still see what I'm doing. So yeah, okay, right, let's do just 3 stitches because I cannot see for the life of me really anymore. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to then, I don't know, I just quickly knot this off, I think, at the back, just so as it's you know, attached there. Okay, like that. Okie dokie. Right, let's just snip this off. So, I mean, it's a pretty good one for using up scraps of fabric, isn't it? You know, because once you've laminated your sheets, you could get rid of quite a few little scraps, couldn't you, to make these? So how gorgeous does that look? It's so cute, isn't it? So again, I'm just going to pull in a journal and just show you how these look. Now, just like the previous video, I'm not saying that these are going to be journals that I would use these for. Of course, these are probably not going to go at all. But just for the purposes of kind of, you know, giving you an idea of how these would look. So these were those puffed hearts that we made previously. Okay, so now we've got these little heart dangles. I mean, how gorgeous and yummy does that look? So hopefully you can see what I'm talking about here, where I said I personally would not use a bulb pin for this. I mean, you could put a bulb pin through here. I think that would be a bit, you know, flimsy. So I would just attach a bit of glue here on the back there on that loop, or, you know, on the bit of the loop that's kind of attached. And I would just glue it on like that. But how gorgeous does that look? So pretty, isn't it? And then the other couple that we've got this one. So this one, you could, of course, put a bulb pin through here and then, you know, just bulb pin that through your cover like that. Okay. And then this one here, exactly the same. You could just put a bulb pin through your knot. Oops, I mean, I could do with trimming that knot down, but yeah, a bulb pin through your knot. And then again, you've got your hearts there kind of like hanging on the edge of the page. And like I said in the previous one, you know, you could put these anywhere. They don't have to go on the cover. I mean, I've just kind of used the cover as an example, but to be honest, they're pretty flat. They're not like these puffed cushion hearts, you know, so these could go equally in a journal as, you know, on the cover of a journal. So I mean, like this one especially, not even bulb pinning this in, we're just going to glue it. So I mean, how gorgeous would that look, just glued on to the edge of a page? I mean, that page obviously is, you know, quite busy, it's got a pocket, but if you picked a, you know, plainish page, I mean, you could just pop that on there. How gorgeous does that look? It's so pretty, isn't it? And I love the way that you've got obviously the laminate on the back, so they're pretty on the back as well, aren't they? But they're not floppy, even though they're fabric. So you've got kind of multi you know, multi surfaces, multi texture going on there. So yeah, I really hope that you like them, and hope that you feel inspired. Do share if you decide to make some of these, and yeah, hope you have fun with them. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.